My comment section has returned to normal. I get a lot of love in the comments and all that. The last video was crazy. Well, the one before that. So moving on from one Joe Crack, to another Joe Budden. We all done. Can I move on from the Fat Joe situation? I think I said it. Oh, I did want to say this. Somebody said that Joe doesn't have to apologize. I think it was a Latino brother. Like, he said what he said. And I agree. If he said what he said and meant what he said, then he shouldn't apologize. He should just stand on whatever, whatever repercussions may come from it, right? Pause. But if he didn't, in fact, know that he was dissing all of his black homeboys and Remy and everybody else that, of the lineage, then he should apologize. A lot of people be like, I ain't mean it. If I gave you, I'll do you one better. If you blaming at me, miss me, and hit your man, you don't owe your man no apology? Even if you blaming at me, hit me, and hit your man, you don't owe your man no apology? His family, his loved ones, his moms, you don't? If you spill Kool-Aid on somebody's carpet, you don't owe them no apology. You wouldn't apologize? You didn't mean to do it. You just saw the Kool-Aid, said, oh yeah, and started wine. It was a glass of wine. Y'all was all celebrating. Everybody was drinking wine. Everybody was drinking wine. Y'all was having a party. You spilled yours on your homeboy carpet. You not gonna apologize? You didn't do it on purpose. You wouldn't apologize? So yeah, that's something I feel like probably the last thing that I feel like I have to say on that. On from JC to JB, from Joe Crack to Joe Budden. Funny thing is my government name, my initials are JB too. Joe Budden's is, I believe his middle name is Joe Budden. I fall into the Buddens. I don't know why we all do that, but his middle initial is A. I think it's Joseph Anthony Budden. I'm saying that because the static he in right now, it's not even, I don't even know if you could call it real static, but it's just his business being blasted all over the internet, like, and they got a police report on the man for something that happened in his condo complex or whatever. Right now, I had seen the speculation going around, people talking about why he moved from the studio where they shoot the podcast in, the all-white jump off, back to the old jump off, which is Parks' basement, right? I was wondering, I didn't know. I mean, like, I knew it had to be something, but, excuse me, I didn't feel like it was everybody's business. I feel like at some point they would tell us. I'm like that, you understand? Like, when my friend, I don't interview people, really. Like, I have conversations with, like, being friends with the Outlaws, or being friends with Wu-Tang niggas, or being friends with any artist that I'm friends with, that I'm super cool with, right? I don't ask them the questions that, about their business. Like, I never asked Young Noble how he met Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I never just those interview type of questions. If I'm dealing with a person if I'm talking to somebody on a homie level, we homies, it's regular. I don't ask all of those questions or whatever, and that's probably why I'm hesitant to do interviews on my show. On this platform, but I'm gonna do some. But in general, I don't like asking. You're gonna tell me what you want me to know, right? Like, I'm not prying, because I'm the same way. I don't like a lot of questions. But anyway, shortly after this, soon after, Niggas start coming up with police reports and all kind of facts and, whatever. About if there's a case, he got a case with the precinct and Edgewater and all of this stuff that I really didn't necessarily want to know. But it turns out that the nigga, the brother, his case is, or his charges is lewd behavior or something like that. Hold on. I went a little too far. This is what I wanted to say to y'all. Like, Joe Budden, JB, my initials are JB, right? I used to, every once in a while, I'd be fake jealous of Joe Budden because of his middle name. Because his all three of his initials equal Jab, right? That's what I wanted mine. I don't know if for all of the Real Rock from Helter Skelter fans, y'all know my alias Bummy Jab, which was elevated to Bummy Fly Jab and all that. Y'all familiar, right? But when Jab was my name. My name was originally Jab Rock, right? And I used to wish that I had a middle name, and I used to make up a middle name back in the days. I used to tell people whatever middle name I would make up, it would be something that started with an A. It would be Aaron, it would be Al, you know what I mean? That's where Alcatraz was born. So on and so forth, right? But I wanted it to be like that so I didn't have to punch you in the face just to explain to you why my name was Jab, right? But anyway, that's just food for thought. So, now that I got that out the way, my bad. So his charges are some lewd behavior or something like that. In plain English, what they're saying is he's on camera trying to get into somebody else's condo in the complex while being butt naked. And that is crazy, right? They say he was trying to punch in the code multiple times or whatever. He's on the ring cam. He's on the and of course the complex has security cams and stuff too, I would imagine. But so he tried to punch in the code multiple times and didn't work, and then he went into his own, he went across the hall to his own apartment, condo, studio. Now they say with the news, with the details coming out with this pause is like, yo, he owns more than one. He owns another, condo or space in a complex. I don't know if they're close to each other, whatever, this, that, and the third. But there's no way I believe that Joe Budden tried to get in somebody else's crib on purpose in real life. Nah. Now I've heard them on the show mention on numerous, on an occasion or two, something about Joe Budden sleepwalking. I believe that because I think I've mentioned to y'all on an occasion or two my sleep talking. I may have mentioned on an occasion or two Rux, Sean P's sleep snoring. Now, snoring is real common. Everybody could, relate to that one because we all know somebody who snores. But I promise you, the way I talk in my sleep, don't think you're gonna get no secrets out of me or whatever. Like, I'm not I'm not snitching, or I'm not self-snitching in my dreams, right? But I am a crime boss in my dreams, according to my daughter's mother. Like, I am the most aggressive, angry, cussing and fussing-ish. Like, sometimes I remember my dreams, sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like, whenever I wake up and anytime I wake up and she asks me, how did you sleep? I'll be like, what did I do? You can't, because I won't be remembering it. It'll feel like whatever I was dreaming about may feel like it's right in arm's reach, but I can't grasp it. I can't remember nothing. And she'd be like, oh yeah, you was cursing mofos out, you was blah, 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 blah. I mean, hard cursing, pause. Like, Wild aggressive. Barking. Like, for me, I believe it, not to say that it started the way it is now about 11 years ago. The first time I spent, when my daughter's mother's from California, right? When when she was pregnant, we moved to New York. Like, we drove across the country, but we stopped at her family's crib in Arizona first. It was in the month of December, from December to January. Like, we left Cali in November, and we stayed here for some time in December, right? She has a family reunion or something going on here. I met her whole family and all of that in that moment, right? It started for me while I was in her mom's crib. So imagine that. I'm in these people crib in my sleep late at night talking about shut the fuck up, like that. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse me. That type of energy. You understand what I'm saying? That's not normal, B. You understand what I'm saying? If I told, like, if you didn't see that, like, I don't know, like, I'm just saying that as abnormal as that is, I could buy Sleepwalking. I can buy that. And then on top of that, just as strange as, I'm not strange, as smart as Joe Budden is, I don't, he wouldn't put himself into a situation like that willingly. Like, he knows that there are cameras in the building. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't hide their Ring cameras. You know what I mean? They're quite visible. So he's not going to be on somebody's door trying to get in bucket naked. It don't make sense. It just doesn't. I will say this though. If your name is Joe, you might want to be careful around this season. I'm just saying. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. Don't sleep naked. I don't know. Hopefully this all work. I'm sure this will all work out for Joe. Hopefully they get the recording that they get access back in the studio, because the way the picture was starting to be painted was like people was complaining, the neighbors and all that was complaining about all of the activity going on in the crib, at the studio, and that was why they ended up moving from the studio. But if that wasn't it, and it was just Joe and his lewd, display, then maybe that can be forgiven. You understand what I'm saying? And they could go back, because I've been to the Parks basement studio before, and it's when I'm watching the podcast, it sounds like it's a lot of people in there. Sounds like they would be more comfortable there than in Park. No disrespect to Parks' basement, but it's not like, you know what I mean? And also, I was watching other people. I was, as I was trying to gather my facts on this, some people were saying some very. Who was it? I was watching Adam 22 and the No Jumper guys, Brick Baby and I think that's his name, and Organic, and they was talking about it, and they were saying some very paused out material they were using. I think Adam 22 said, I could imagine him sleeping naked. What? I could imagine him sleeping naked. Why would you say that, Adam? Anyway, pause protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide. I'm the president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I mops the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. The rules are there are no rules in this con. Stricter than the Boa, rock the kiss. KO them like Rocky Balboa, if you don't know. My bad. The rules are, you gotta like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell for all notifications, all of them. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do what y'all, you know what I'm saying? Little niggas gonna do their thing. Cash App tag will be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link for all of y'all who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. All of my mixtapes are there, from Slang and Rock Volume 2, which is new, all the way back to Shell Shot. And most importantly, I got a new video out right now. It's called Winner Circle. It's my biggest song as a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Over 1 million streams. We want the video. We want the video to do the same thing. Run those numbers up, please. It's the little engine that could. Yeah. Crownsville is out. That's me and Rusty Jux' album. I got another video out called BCC. Run those numbers up too. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I think that's it. As far as Joe, be careful out there. Hopefully I get the old studio back or something better, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not to pour dirt on Parks' basement, but like I said, it sounds like it'd be a lot of y'all in there, not just the people on the camera, but you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm out. If you made it to the end of this video, let me get let me get 4. Y'all know these emojis with him covering his face? Was it like a monkey covering his face? That one? See no evil monkeys. See no evil emojis. Let me get 4 of those, alright? If y'all if I see them, I know y'all really made it to the end of this video. Rock on, rock gone.